I'm Francis here. I'm the race director at Tour of Nilgiris. I've been associated with Tour of Nilgiris from the beginning. I rode it for the first year, been a volunteer and a race director, and a tour director. Now I'm the race director. Uh, Tour of Nilgiris is a kind of a unique event for cycling in India. It started up as a leisurely tour, and we slowly added the element of racing in it to bring in a bit of competition among the riders. It's not the whole tour is not a race. A section in the tour is a competitive section. This allows each rider to benchmark against each other, and ultimately the bragging rights of completing this tour and being top of the podium or in the top 10 or 20. That adds a lot of excitement and spurs up a lot of conversation among the riders. We pass through some of the most beautiful cycling routes in India. Of course, the Himalayas are like the top of the cycling routes in India, but outside Himalayas, Nilgiris is where you have some of the best mountains to cycle, and and amongst them the most challenging. The Kalahati is like mother of all climbs here. We've seen riders come across from Europe, from Australia, or other parts of the world who cycle across the Alps, and even in their words, they haven't rode anything like Kalahati. This is like the mother of all climbs. 11 kilometer by distance, but 1 kilometer in elevation. You wouldn't find anything like that. If you've done Kalahati, you can go brag about it for the rest of your life. That's the charm of Kalahati. And so that's for the competitive rider who wants some achievement. And for the laid-back tourer like me, we pass through some of the most beautiful forests here. We pass through the Bandipur and Mudumalai Wildlife Sanctuary, some parts of Nagarhole Wildlife Sanctuary, and near the Aliyar Dam, we pass through the Wildlife Sanctuary. We spot a lot of wild animals, from small mongoose to reindeers, Malabar squirrels, to big pachyderms like the elephants. In fact, we spotted like 2 elephants with their calves along the route. It was very exciting and a bit scary at the same time, but definitely nothing beats like looking at an elephant in its home turf with a calf. It's just simply beautiful. And apart from the wildlife, when we come to Ooty, we switch over to the tea country, where we go towards Upper Bhavani and Taishola estates, which are some of the most beautiful, endless emerald green tea estates. Just mind-blowing. Yeah, the contrast with the blues and the green, it just stays in your mind forever. And not to mention the clear mountain air as you go up in the mountains. Once you go back to the city, you'll be longing to get back here. And the best part of this tour is the climb to Valparai, which with the Aliyar Dam in the backdrop, and as you climb across, the mountains reveal. Slowly the mountain reveals itself, and you can see the rare Nilgiri thars perched on the mountains. You don't find these Nilgiri thars anywhere else apart from in the Valparai and Nilgiri mountains. And also, as you climb up, we also see lion-tailed macaques on the tree canopies, which is again an endangered species. That's why the Valparai tour is called in Macaques Canopy. So that's about the scenic beauty of the tour. And apart from the challenge and the scenic beauty, you get to meet like 170 awesome people. Stay with them for 8 days. At the end of it, you're almost like a family. We do start as individual riders and volunteers. The first 2 days we start riding, and when you come for the race day, we all bond together. At the end of the race day, you'll see campfires and antakshari and whatnot. And then as you go towards the end of the day, you almost start feeling like a family. And I've found personally a lot of friends who are friends for life now coming to Tour of Nilgiris, and that's one thing which brings us back every year. I've seen a lot of volunteers who come in for like 8 days, and the next year they can't come because of personal commitments. And we had people who come in like on the last day, and then no, I can't get away from it. Somehow they do some jugaad in the office, come back, be with us on the tour. That's the charm of Tour of Nilgiris. And also there are some riders who rode it, who came back to volunteering. And volunteers are like the bedrock of TFN. Without volunteers, there's no TFN. Definitely. They sacrifice their personal time and come over here and give one of the best experience to the rider they they just pamper the riders to the core. They're taking care of everything. And the best part is once you finish TFN, you go home, you get up on the next day, you come out of your home, you want to go to your office. Suddenly your mind thinks, oh, there are no markings. Where do I go now? It happens. It happened to me. It happens to everyone. And then you start missing those chickies and peanuts and the pulpy orange, whatever juice. It kind of, your mind tricks in, okay, 11 o'clock, I should be at this support station. Lunch would arrive at this time. You're doing it for 8 days and you go back home, you'd miss it for a week. And then slowly you get back to your regular life. That's something, once you do TFN, it's there in your memory, unshakable. Yeah, that's sort of Nilgiris for cycling in India.